Probably the biggest thing that changed my life was I joined the United States Marine Corps in 1982. Were you guys in at the keynote this morning? Okay. A lot of those principles that Martha was talking about are the same things they teach in the Marines. Overcome objections, improvise, overcome, adapt, courage, never quit, don't give up on yourself. So taking those traits back out into the civilian world is what put me where I am today. I retired at the age of 45. How many of you would like to retire? Right? I learned a very valuable lesson when I was very young. Somebody once told me that the so-called norm is that you graduate high school, you either go to college or you don't, you get a job, you work 45 years for somebody else, only to retire on half of what you couldn't live on when you were working. Sound familiar? In 2013, it's no different, is it? You still try and figure out how can you retire. So when I got asked to speak at this event this year, one of the things I said was, let's do something on finance. But finance is boring. Okay, the only seminar I teach that's less boring than finance is safety. Okay, so be glad they didn't choose that one, right? So I'm going to try and make this as fun as possible, but understand numbers are numbers. 2 + 2 = 4. There's just no way to excite that. But what we are going to do is talk about return on investment. And we're not talking about what stocks to buy or anything like that. We're going to talk about real. You're investing your time, you're investing your money, you're investing your knowledge, and bottom line, you're investing you. So what are you getting out of that investment? So how many business owners are in the room? Managers? Workers? Beautiful. Like to see that. Because you are the beginning. You know, workers become managers, and hopefully managers become owners. Now, if you take the fast track like I did at the age of 22, I came out of the Marine Corps, couldn't find a job in Erie. Does that sound familiar? And ta-da, started mowing grass. I wrote a book. It's called Why Not You? So I'm a published author, just got published last May. If you stop by my booth on the floor, there's a copy of the book. But the key thing to the book is I made my future. I retired at the age of 45, mowing grass. Anybody here mowed grass? Okay, still doing it? Why not? Okay, obviously it worked for me. There you go. But the principle behind the book is, if I can do what I did, mowing grass, something so basic, so simple, then why is it that we struggle every day trying to get ahead and making things more complicated than they have to be? I say all the time to the staff, I go in for quarterly meetings and I say, look, this isn't rocket science, man. We're mowing grass. Okay? We're pushing snow. We're not building the next spaceship. Why are we making things so complicated? And as a consultant, which I started about 5 years ago, I started consulting to other businesses because the principles of business never change. I don't care if you're a flea mart vendor or you're the CEO of General Electric. What they call business acumen never changes. You have 3 basic principles. And as long as those principles are met, you get to where you're going.